Stop lying to self and wasting your life away. We've always thought about how can we be more productive, but there are very small or sensible decisions in life that helps us to being honest to self and detangle life experiences. And what we see of us of now, anything which is wrong with us becomes a survival mechanism from childhood. For example, let's take addiction. Addiction can be anything. It is a bad choice or a disease. It's none of that what I get people's definition of addiction in my ways. Now, which is a process of manifestation of any kind of behavior that gives us a temporary relief or pleasure, and therefore we crave and suffer negative consequences in long term in our life. But doesn't that give negative consequences despite anything? So it's craving, relief, pleasure in short term, and negative consequences in long term. Any addictive pattern is addiction. So question is, what is wrong with us? What is wrong with addiction? What is right about it? And what did it do to you? Now, is human contact addiction or isolation? Addiction to human contact to get attention is a solution for something that one has lost in the childhood. Essential human needs, isn't that? So, all addictions are like that. It is the compensation for what we have lost in any phase of our life. There was a time in everyone's life when we were dependent or pleasing people. Is that good or bad thing? It's a compensation, isn't it? Now life gives us situations, and based on those situations we become people pleaser as we don't get certain things. And why not? That's the need of the hour. It undermines our neural system. Now let's take distraction and depression as another example. One pushed on feelings to avoid conflict or pain. When we are not allowed to express ourselves or we are overloaded with something, we learn for the sake of staying in any relationship, people, place. So we do so. They push feelings down, we suppress ourselves, and later in the life, this grow up and it becomes compensation. Now, survival mechanism is the product of the body's response to life, long stress and trauma. If we see people suffering from cancer, we are more suppressing feelings. Now, very shocking research that suppressing feelings, people who suppress feelings are more prone to cancer. Why? Answer is very simple. It reduces your immunity. Larger the, I would say, the feelings are suppressed, you're prone to cancer. Cancer functions as a waken call. Cancer function as an awakening call. It says you are not paying attention to your own needs, who you really are. But once it shows up, people start fighting to get rebirth. We try to do all kinds of mechanisms or self taking care. Some people can manifest their essence. Like I can channelize my energy when I am with myself in the best side. I'm not always like that. I can do the work, but at the same time, I have been confused and scared at the deepest level. For me, now that addiction is the self road taken on with all the difficulties on its way, and I have faced a lot of challenges in life, but with courage, grit, and grace. People shame you before once you get addicted, but they don't shame you after you have gone addicted. Our self concepts develop interactions with people and people around. Biggest gift a parent can give to their kids is their own happiness. Human psychology is we are happy when we give that to our children or society. It's nothing to do who you are or what you did. If a child expresses his anger, many of the parents will give them times up. It means you are not acceptable to me. You are forcing a child to make a decision. If this is a regular, you are out of my radar. Now, what happens? If he expresses, he will be abandoned. Now, there is a conscious decision. So, out of fear, the child stops expressing himself. The more stressed people are, the more they are to be soothed. They are expressing. For one thing, when we are big hurt early, we shut down over our heart. We are not open to anyone or very less people. So it might be it's a protection device. We try to protect ourselves. To examine ourselves and how we show to world, look at yourself. How are you being loved? How are you showing up? What is the impact on other people? How you act? What is the impact on yourself? What is the driving behavior? What are those patterns? What can change in anyone? I think these are the questions that is important questions for the people who want to heal and be kid to themselves. In a laboratory culture, if the microorganisms grow unhealthy, we call it as toxic culture, and if it goes well, we call it as a good culture. That's happening today in our life, which is the richest culture in the society of the world. It is a glitch and call it as toxic. If it's not a glitch, it's the outcome of the culture we live in. So if we change the environment or the culture we live in, we grow healthy. So this is the epidemic of the loneliness due to generational gap. In Britain, they have appointed a minister of loneliness. People are lonely and they get rich easily and then they die early. They get sick easily, and they die easily. Now, it still depends on the environment to turn behavior on or off. Now, this represents life and death. So, if you want to overcome any kind of trauma, any kind of addiction, pain, anxiety, do not suppress yourself. Be like a child. Ask the questions what you look from yourself. What kind of environment you like to be around yourself. What you want to show up. What impact you want to create on yourself and the people, and go with that, because your behavior tomorrow will matter. And the society must also give a place or the space for the people to be culturally sound. When I say culturally sound, to grow sound. Because if the good culture persists, the outcome of the people or the life will be good, and we will be more harmonious in this society. So stop lying to self and wasting your life away for these petty things. Grow up, detangle your life experiences, and make something as of now, and that is the reality. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hi, this is Rajni Julka. Welcome to your Soul Soup. I am a thoughts architect, a speaker, a coach, an educator, and founder of your Soul Soup, जिसने अपने ही थॉट्स को समझकर अपनी ज़िंदगी बदली. कुछ बातों का मतलब, कुछ मतलब की बातें. क्या मतलब? कुछ आपकी ज़ुबानी, कुछ मेरी ज़ुबानी. आइए अपने ही थॉट्स को समझकर अपनी वास्तविकता क्रिएट करते हैं. बिकॉज ऐसा कहते हैं, our thoughts are source of our reality. Everything that we see and experience is a product of thought energy, and together it creates collective consciousness, which responds to our thoughts and emotions by creating reality. अगर आप अपनी वास्तविकता को, अपने थॉट्स को समझकर, अपनी रियलिटी को समझकर अपनी ज़िंदगी बनाना चाहते हैं, तो इस शो के ज़रिए रीच आउट टू योर थॉट्स आर्किटेक्ट. मैं रजनी जुल्का. थैंक यू.